Hello there, friendly ones. Long time no see. I'm going to challenge myself today because I'm a mess and I forgot that my book club is tomorrow. So, what is the book that we're reading, you asked? Well, I'm here to tell you. It is Scythe by Neil Schusterman. I haven't read this yet because I had so many other books to read and I was like, I know this is going to be good. I'm going to wait until like maybe a month before the book club and then I'll read it, and then I got distracted by Crier's War. So, my own fault. So, my challenge is to finish this by 7 p.m. tomorrow. So, right now, I have a watch. Look at me, I'm an adult. As I say, with all the toys on my shelf, it is 3 o'clock on December 11th. And my book club is tomorrow, 7 o'clock at... What's tomorrow? I just said the date. It's December 12th, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So I have not started this at all. I'm going to try and do check-ins, 50 pages in, 100 pages in, all of those good things. And my watch just went off. Hey. Yeah, so here's hoping. This is, I want to say like over 400 pages. Yeah, it is 433 pages. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this by tomorrow. I have stuff to do today, of course. I'm taking my mom Christmas shopping because she loves to wait until the last minute. And then I'm supposed to have dinner tonight with my friends. And I don't have any other plans if I didn't pick up a shift tomorrow, which doesn't look like I did. So, wish me luck. Here we go. We're gonna get started. Okay, I haven't even gotten 50 pages in. I just read the acknowledgements. I just have to say, and I know I'm probably alone in this, it says in the acknowledgements that this series is going to be made into movies, and I'm just really tired of people making books into movies or like whole series. I'm glad this series is complete though before they, before we have a movie, but I don't know. I just want more original ideas, and I know there's people who have original ideas. And the thing that annoys me about books that become films is that they give them the same name, but then the story's not even the same. And it's like it's literally written down for you. But yeah. Anyway, back to reading. Stop recording me. Hi, it's 11:35 p.m. I'm 4 chapters in, so like over 50 pages, and it's pretty good so far. It's about our main characters, Rowan and Citra. I want to say her name is pronounced. It's spelled Citra. And they have been chosen against their will to be a part of this Scythedom. And the Scythedom are basically the Grim Reapers. They decide who dies and when, because they live in a perfect utopian society, which honestly terrifies me more than anything. I'm getting, for some reason, and this is weird, it keeps making me think of The Handmaid's Tale. I read the graphic novel, I didn't read the actual book, so like the visual images that I'm getting in my head remind me of that graphic novel, and it makes me think of 1984, and I love 1984. So I'm about to go to bed, because guess who picked up a shift tomorrow? This girl. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish it. I'm gonna wake up a little early so I can get ready and read. But yeah, maybe I'll read maybe 20 more pages before I go to sleep. Good night. Hi, I'm home from work. I was busy, so I didn't really get to read. But I am on page 146, so I don't think I'll be able to finish in an hour and a half. So, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give the go to college try. So, wish me luck. I shall we tell you what's going on. So, Rowan and Citra are going through their apprenticeship underneath Scythe Faraday. Yeah. And they went to the conclave, which is a meeting of the Scythes, and they vote on things that they want implemented, things they don't want implemented, like using bombs to glean people or kill people. And they look at new weapons and things like that, so order of business. And the conclaves meet 3 times a year. So whatever business they don't attend to, they do it at the next conclave. So the world building is fantastic. So great. I don't really know a lot about the main characters. I don't really care about them as much as I care about the world around them. Like, there's been different chapters on this particular group of Scythe where they kill massive groups of people. Like, they went into a food court and they're like, hey, this whole food court is going to be gleaned. And people try to escape and stuff like that. And they did that on an airplane too. They're like, yeah, everybody on this airplane is going to be gleaned. And that doesn't sit right with me. I mean, it doesn't seem to sit right with the Conclave either, because they brought it up once, but nothing was done about it. So, Citra and Rowan are about to take their test, their first test at the Conclave, so I'm going to go jump back into that. Hello, it is after book club. I failed my mission, but I'm still going to try and finish this book today. It's 11 p.m. Book club was at 7. We talked about it for a little bit, but we didn't really talk about all of it. I have about 100 pages left, so let's see if I can finish it by tonight. I don't know why I keep doing this. Hi, I'm sorry it's dark, and yeah, it's dark, and I look like a mess, but that's okay. I just wanted to check in really fast because one of my favorite booktubers, YouTubers in general, Boston Reads Books, follows me. She subscribed to me, and I'm having a minor panic. Anyway, I'm gonna finish Scythe today. I'm supposed to be going on a small trip tonight, so I'm gonna finish it so I don't have to take the book with me, even though I'm definitely gonna take a book with me because I do not want to socialize, and nothing says do not talk to me like putting your nose in a book. But now that I say that, there's definitely gonna be somebody going, what you reading? What you reading? And I'll be like, let me read. Anyway, goodbye. So here we are, a day late, but I finally finished Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Also, look at how messy my bookshelves are. Really need to get my life together. So I literally just finished it like 5 minutes ago, and I think that I am going to rate this 4 stars. I really like the world building. I didn't really care about the characters until the ending. So yeah, I'm scared somebody's gonna come in the room. It's okay. So let's see. Let's talk about this. Yeah, 4 stars. So if you don't want any spoilers, I'll see you later. So let's talk about this. The writing was fantastic. The writing was beautiful. I love the writing, and I want to read more Neil Shusterman books. I definitely want to read his contemporary book, Challenger Deep. That's been on my list forever, but I think maybe now I will actually pick it up and stop being a mess, at least in that aspect. So the next book is Thunderhead, and the store that I work at, they don't have the hard copy. Since I have this one in hardcover, I need to get the rest of them in hardcover because I realized that when I tried to arrange my books by height, it didn't really go very well. So this book was just like a taste of the world that Neil Shusterman has built. And if you know nothing about it, here we are. It is a utopian society. I don't want to say an ideal utopian society because personally to me, my ideal utopian society is everybody can eat pizza and not get sick, and everybody can have cats and also not have allergies. So as I was reading the book, I was really reminded of 1984, which is one of my favorite books by George Orwell. If you don't know that book, you should definitely read it. I love me a good dystopian society, and I love it when I can speak English correctly. So the really interesting thing about this world, even though it's a utopian society where no one can die, no one gets sick, no one can die naturally, I say, I felt fear and I felt uncomfortable throughout the whole book. And it's just because, like, anytime you see a Scythe, one of these guys, people are automatically instilled with such fear, and they want to protect their children and stuff, and there's no set rules on how they choose to glean or kill the people that they're supposed to kill. So the Scythe that we get first introduced to, he does his gleanings statistically. So he's like, well, some children died young, some old people died like this, some other people died in a car accident, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I see how that's fair, but also, I don't know in what society people believe that they can play God, and it just, I'm not religious. I just feel like some things like that are just beyond your control, and it, as much as I'm a control freak, like having that much control made me so uncomfortable. And that's exactly what was supposed to happen, and I loved that at the same time. There is a Scythe though. He is the antagonist of the story. His name is Scythe Goddard, and I was greatly reminded of Charles Manson, or of, I can't remember the name of the leader of the Heaven's Gate cult, but I was definitely thinking a lot of my true crime books whenever he came up. So he is an A+ psychopath, not a sociopath, A+ psychopath, and I will hate him until I die. So yeah, I found the established Scythes way more interesting than our two main characters, Rowan and Citra. It's just because they are more of a product of their surroundings in this book than having established personalities to me. And like, I couldn't tell you what they look like, what they like, anything about them. I don't know anything about them really. So all I know is I felt pity for Rowan because in the middle of the book he ends up becoming the apprentice of Scythe Goddard. And that's because of some unfortunate circumstance. And like I said, Goddard is 100% awful. He would be best friends with the worst of them. Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, Hitler, all those people. So it was just mind-boggling. And I got to the ending, and I kind of liked how they kept both of them alive, because if you didn't know, I don't think I mentioned it in my vlogs, but I can't remember, because their original teacher, Scythe Faraday, took on 2 apprentices instead of just one. One of Goddard's disciples decided to take it upon herself to be like, why should we let him have a double apprenticeship? Nobody's done this before. We should pit them against each other as a competition, so only one can live instead of having 2 new Scythes. So at the end of the book, Citra is announced as the Scythe, the winning Scythe of the competition, and she's supposed to glean Rowan, and she finds a way to save his life, and he's still alive at the end of the book. And I'm like, okay, fair. But also, if I didn't know that there was 3 books, if I didn't know this was a trilogy and I thought this was a standalone book, I would have been like, what in Free Nation is this? So I don't know. That's why I give it 4 stars. I would give it more than 3.5, so that's why I'm leaning towards a 4. But yeah, I'm excited to read Thunderhead, but I'm also more excited to finish Crier's War and to finally start the Guinevere Deception. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Also, I wanted to say something else. I did it dumb, and I read some of my old comments, and people don't like the way I talk, and I'm very sorry about how I pause and then I go on tangents. It's just the way my brain works. It's just the way I talk. If you watch this, I really appreciate you tolerating the way that I talk, because I know that it's not for everybody. I get that. It's fine. So yeah, it's not really a dumb. I just wanted to say I appreciate you if you're watching. So live your life, subscribe, don't like, whatever. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.